Bro, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Yeah. Babe. Yeah. Hey. I just wanna touch the top. Baby said that she in love and she don't love a lie. Been chillin' with all the birds, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the sun is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good. I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle love without the trusting. Yeah, I can see the top, I wanna touch it. Yeah, yeah, we been getting money, no discussion. Now I don't let it top, and shorty always get the fussing. Yeah, hey, I like to cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on her. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on her. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on her. Yeah, and I'm sliding. Shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end. Yeah, to the nice end. Yeah, yeah, to the nice end. I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love is all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Silver Brody couldn't stand for it, it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the edge of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the go, but I would never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like I'm Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good and it's the best side. I remember.
Welcome back to another episode of Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, Season 3, Episode 41. And we are happy to be joining you on another Saturday morning here at 11 o'clock to give you the NFL Divisional Preview along with the UFC 283 preview. We got football and we got fighting. So without further ado, let's get all four of the boys into it and let's get rolling.
Woo!
Start with the birthday man himself. Hey now.
Officially 24.
Uh-oh.
I felt like it definitely had to be done. There was no other way to say hey birthday to Snoop Luke than with an EDM birthday song. So I had to, dig that one out real quick. So like I said, yeah, like the song said, hey birthday Luke.
Thank you.
Little birthday rave for you there. You're welcome.
Love it. Absolutely.
So, like I said, folks, Dylan said it. We're gonna get into football. I said, "Hey, birthday to Luke." So it's Luke's birthday. Make sure you guys say, "Hey, birthday to Luke" as well. Anyways, we are going to dive right into football today. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. We only have 4 games for you: 2 today, 2 tomorrow. So let's pick some winners and let's honestly let's fight about it.
I think it won't be like too big of a blowout.
Barkley down the sideline. Saquon Barkley.
You don't fuck with Aaron.
Some teams, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be a very mucky dub. And it's going to get ugly.
They have the chance to lose themselves a game, probably.
Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable!
All right, Dylan, where are we starting? What is the first game on the slate?
I see an order here, and I was going to go by games of importance, but I think that's in order. So it's perfect. The NFL knew what they were doing. First game, Saturday, 4:30, the biggest number on the board in terms of the spread. Kansas City Chiefs laying -9.5 to the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. Where do we want to start?
Man, Jesse, let's start with Jesse.
Hey, yeah, I was about to say, I've been at work preaching it's going to be a battle of the big cats, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think +9 here, though, I like that. I don't think this is going to be 4.5 kind of game. That's going to be like, I'm expecting this to be at least a 1-score game minimum. I mean, maximum. I just
Well, you see, the Jags, well, it was ugly in the first half last week, and they pulled off the crazy fucking upset. I mean, they get the Chiefs here. Trevor Lawrence has never lost on a Saturday. I think they're going to come out flying, unlike they did in their previous game, and play a full game of football. I think they're going to take the Chiefs to the wire. It's going to be close. They could even possibly upset. I mean, you can't just come back with that great of a comeback and just post an absolute dud the next following week in your next game. It just doesn't happen. They're hot. They're rolling. They're feeling on top of the world. But Mahomes still is Mahomes. He just produces magic on the field no matter who he has for wide receivers. This is going to be a close one. I'd definitely take the Jags spread in this one. But I'm not comfortable picking an absolute for sure winner in this game. So I'd like the +9.5 for the Jags.
Ty, you're muted.
So couldn't really agree with you more, Luke, on the Jags +9.5 here. I continuously said all year that the Kansas City Chiefs don't cover spreads. Bigger the spread, the harder it is for Kansas City to pull away. And I know that Kansas City, it seems like they've just been waiting all year to flip the switch and beat a team by 30 points. But now we're in the playoffs. The divisional round always shows out. Jaguars, I think, definitely don't do a repeat of last week and get down by 27. I think this game is closer than Chiefs fans want to admit. And Jaguars fans, I know you guys don't think you have a chance, but you definitely stand a chance in this game with the offense that Trevor Lawrence has been playing with. I mean, as long as you're not throwing 4 interceptions in the first half again, which might have just been playoff jitters, I think the Jags definitely cover 9.5 here. And I'll even throw all of you guys this same game parlay, which you can also find on the Sharps app. But I have Jacksonville on an alternate +14.5 just for this same game parlay. I also did take the +9.5 in my regular bet, but 14.5 in this parlay. We got Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 passing touchdowns, Travis Kelce with an anytime touchdown, Christian Kirk anytime touchdown, and Trevor Lawrence over 252.5 passing yards, and that is on FanDuel. I'll throw that one to you guys because I think that one's got a chance to bang. Dylan.
Nothing that hasn't been said about this game. I agree with that. That's been covered. So I'm just going to go to the betting in terms of things. On Tuesday, when this was sitting at 7.5, I didn't like it. Then on Wednesday, when it was at 8.5, I started liking this even more. Come to realize, people are throwing their money on Kansas City, and now the line's at 9.5. So the more that this keeps moving and the more that the people keep throwing their money on Kansas City, it has been leaning more to Jacksonville all week as a 9.5 play. But I have to do something because I promised Devin, a.k.a. Lezu, that I would because he wanted me to, and he's not here to make this pick. Let me take Jacksonville's money line +385.
I actually love it. And we got Pooch coming in with a comment saying Jags all day. So the Jaguars love is there. I love the 9.5. I love that number. It's a big number in the playoffs.
So happy it got moved.
Yeah, give me that
7.5. I don't know if I'd be taking it.
No, that's just a Jags money line, or I don't really think I'd touch it.
Right.
So either I'm
Speaking
thinking the
of-
Jags are winning or that's it.
But speaking of 7.5, when it comes to this next game at 8:15, the nightcap on Saturday, that is what the spread is. Philadelphia minus 7.5 to the New York Giants. And I'm going to be honest, before you think of how good Divisional was last week, before you think of how every game's going to be super good, I need you to just try to take everything out of it for 1 second, unless you're Luke, because I know you're going to ride Saquon no matter what I tell you right now, and just think about it from the perspective of Philly at home in the playoffs. I'll start. Philly minus 7.5. Now.
I will immediately drop my rebuttal of a plus 7.5 because I feel like the Giants were beat up, they were injured, and they played their third stringers and their fourth stringers when they played them the second time, and they kind of stayed in the game, even with Jalen Hurts out there. So, I'm taking plus 7.5.
Well, it only makes sense, doesn't it? I don't draft Saquon. I win myself a fantasy championship. It only makes sense for him to keep marching on to get himself a bowl. So we are taking the Giants' money line here because it just makes sense. After 3 years of not getting shit with Saquon on my team, 4th year not on my team, it just makes
So
sense.
let me ask you this, Luke. So next year, being the Saquon Giants fan you genuinely are, do you not draft him knowing he's going to have a good year, or do you draft him excited but you know he's probably going to get hurt?
You know, I'm probably still drafting him if I have him, if he's available.
That's amazing.
Gotta love
Well,
Saquon.
look, it's kind of complicated. So on the Luke's birthday lay that I decided to ride with him on, I took Giants money line. My personal play today is Eagles minus 7.5. The Eagles don't lose with Jalen Hurts. Okay, 14-1 with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, 0-2 with anybody else at quarterback, and it's not pretty either. So they got Jalen Hurts back. The dual threat quarterback is simply going to outduel Daniel Jones. I don't care what anybody says. This is the Eagles' game to annihilate the Giants, okay? And then boost their way to the championship game where they will probably end up going to the Super Bowl, even though I'm going to be disappointed about it. But, hey, Philly just, baseball, football, they continue to just make me mad because that's what Detroit used to be, and that's what they are, and I don't like Philly, so this is great. But, hey, I got to take Philly on the minus 7.5 here.
Honestly, man, you win either way.
Also, we do have Screw Philly. I want to see Philly suffer. Giants, baby, let's go. Yes, Luke, believe.
Luke will never not believe in Saquon. That's like asking
No,
Luke to
Vanilla
breathe.
Vic isn't going to lose to the Eagles. Did you just call Daniel Jones Vanilla Vic? That is absurd.
It's
Anyway.
Saquon's nickname for him.
Vanilla
Oh, my
Vic.
God.
Saquon calls him Vanilla Vic all the time.
That is absurd. I can't believe I'm just hearing of that. All right, next game on Sunday.
3:01 p.m. Cincinnati Bengals plus 5.5.
Plus 6 on BetMGM. Depends on where you get it. You can
Okay,
get
FanDuel
get about a
5.5,
half-point difference
BetMGM
on a couple
6,
books right now.
whatever you want to use. If you want to find a 5.5, if you want to have a 6, go for your sports book and bet accordingly. But it is Cincinnati and Buffalo in Buffalo at 3 o'clock.
Money line. Bengals. Upset.
more.
Upset in Buffalo because Josh Allen got a interception problem and we're hungry.
That he does. We were talking about that.
We play starving. We need ours. Shootout. Old Western style. Fucking 31-27 type game. It's the over. Bang it.
Dylan?
I don't like Buffalo minus 5.5. So I actually think I'm going to take Cincinnati plus 5.5.
You're nasty.
I'm going to take the over. And I'm going to smile knowing that Buffalo just
You're
squeaked
disgusting
away
for
with this
taking a
W.
5.5 spread. You're disgusting and you're gross, and I
You're
want to throw up
scary.
all over you.
You're a scary guy.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay, well, because the number is 5.5 in this game,
I'm gonna
That
find
means
a 6.
I don't touch it unless I'm taking Cincinnati money line. So I'm gonna take the over in this one. I'm not gonna play around with the winner. I think this game's gonna be really good. I think Buffalo probably pulls out the win in the end, but I don't know how it's gonna end. So I'm just gonna take the over here and watch the points. Luke.
This game, well, you see, Buffalo kind of pissed me off last week. Both these teams had a shit game to get to this point. They did not play good. I mean, the only thing I can really go off of is when I was a little kid and barely watched football, I loved the Bengals because they had cool helmets with those stripes on their helmets. And the Bills currently, I'm still pissed off at the Bills. I'm going to have to take the Bengals on this one. Yeah.
Luke went back to his
The
childhood.
The Bills are playing for Hamlin, but I mean, they played like shit last week. It's honestly the winner of this game is whoever is going to be able to pull their head out of their ass and actually play a full game of football. I'll definitely smash the over on this one. The Bengals are probably covering that spread because it's going to be a close game. It's probably going to be a 1 to 2 point game right here.
Seattle looks so crazy taking that fucking plus 5.5 on a 1 to 2 point game, huh? I'm just saying.
Look, Dylan, it's just disgusting. You know it's disgusting.
It's gross.
Stop.
I hate it.
Stop. Don't lie to
Six.
yourself or to
I'm gonna
me or
find
anybody
a
else.
six. I
You're
will
not fooling
play
anybody.
5.5.
Yeah, Dylan. Then you're gonna see him get a safety, and you're gonna start shitting yourself.
Dude, I don't like it, but hey, man, they left me the numbers, and I'm gonna make with what I have. All right.
Final game, we have Dallas +4 at San Francisco, +3.5 on other books as well. Depends on where you look. But Dallas and Maher, who was 1 for 5 on extra points last week, going to San Francisco to take on Purdy and the juggernaut that is San Francisco. Jesse, what do you got on this one?
Damn it. I've been sitting here contemplating this all week.
Now it's time.
Ever since that spread came out, because the Cowboys game ended, I was like, damn. I feel like this is going to be a field goal game. That's what Dak shows up.
Bro, Maher makes the game-winning field goal.
I'm definitely
I'm taking it. I'm taking Dallas money line.
I'm not going to take the money line because San Fran is San Fran. They're so gifted. There's so many skill positions. I just don't know if I can take the boost in this game to the other team that's blessed at all their skill positions.
I agree with what Jake just said. I mean, last year I had them in the fucking underdog spot. Took 49ers money line. And I'm going to be honest, even though they're the favorite here, I don't see any difference. Dak's healthy and the defense is back. And I think San Francisco's going to win -3.5. I think it's going to be a good game that I'm going to watch the whole way through. But I think that at the end of the day, they should pull ahead by Tutty.
Hey, buddy, pal. The number we're showing on the screen here is 4. So can you just use that fucking number, please?
I'm sorry, man. FanDuel has 3.5.
Idiot. Yeah, well, this is fucking. This is our show, and the number we're using is 4. So let's use that number. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't know we just quit FanDuel.
We're just using the number that I got when I was making it. Thank you. Good night.
Well, I'm taking 3.5.
So, all right, that's fine. I'm going to take Dallas money line here. I think it's a Maher field goal that wins it because it's just meant to be. Of course he missed all of them last week because, they knew they were going to win regardless. Now it matters. And Dallas, yes, you do disappoint your fans. A lot. All the time, actually. But not yet. It's not time yet. It won't be a big enough disappointment if you lose now. You got to lose next week. So, yeah, that's my pick. I'm taking Dallas money line.
Well, I couldn't disagree more because the Dak got another playoff win, finally. But after that, it's now time for him to mentally check out. I don't think he's going to play good this game. I think the 49ers defense, this is going to be a very heavily defensive game, in my opinion. But Brock Purdy won me my ship. I love the dude, and he's still rolling with San Francisco. It was a little shaky at the start of the game, last week, but, he still kept clicking with them. I think this is going to be another close game. It's hard to say. That +4 is not comfortable taking for Dallas. I'm also not comfortable taking the -4, so I'm going to have to stick with the money line for San Francisco. I think Brock Purdy gets it done, and I think the Giants and the 49ers are going to meet to play each other, and I'm going to be very confused on who to take.
The Giants. Super Bowl.
Yes.
The Giants aren't going to no goddamn Super Bowl. They ain't going to no mini bowl. They ain't going to regular bowl.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna slow the roll on that talk until after this weekend's game. But those are the picks for.
The Niners and Giants will play next round.
Oh, my bad. I got you.
They would not play in the Super Bowl.
Jesus, I'm just stupid.
Merely impossible. But we do have more to talk about on today's podcast because tonight is UFC 283. And we got a pretty good card for Luke's birthday here. So kind of like a real nice gift from Dana White to Luke today, but also from the world for letting his birthday line up on a Saturday. So let's get into the UFC 283 card right now.
I'm talking in guap, now I'm speaking it fluent. When I hit the road, I won't leave till I do it. Acting out of hand, I'm like, be what you doing. We started off good, can't believe that we ruined it, yeah. I tried to fix with a sewing kid, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah. I tried to fix it, you know I did, yeah.
Well, alrighty. It's time to get into this UFC. First up, we have Paul Craig going up against Johnny Walker, with Johnny Walker opening up at a -190 to Paul Craig's +155. And
how do you not take a guy named Johnny Walker? Can I just start with that? How do you not go buy a bottle of Johnny Walker at the liquor store, come back, watch UFC 283 tonight, and bet on Johnny Walker? I think that's like almost a given.
True.
Go on.
He's also going against Paul Craig. This man has 2 first names as his whole name.
Deadly. That's deadly.
We got the battle of the names for this first fight. We're probably going to see Paul Craig try to pull guard, which just let people take him down and try and wrap him up. But Johnny Walker, he has not been doing too hot like throughout his whole career. But, he's still a stallion. I'm taking him to win this one by KO because I hate people who just try to pull guard and just try to wrap people up. Make the fight exciting. Damn it, Craig.
Damn it, Craig. The only thing Craig really has ever done for me is made the weigh-ins entertaining. Made his face blue. I'm going to be honest. That's the only thing Paul's ever really done for me in the past couple of fights. But this is part 1 of Dylan's Brazilian leg. So give me Johnny Walker in Brazil by knockout.
Alrighty, then for the second fight of the night, we have Lauren Murphy going up against Jessica Andrade. Andrade is opening up at a -650 to Murphy's +375. I think they're a little whack with these money lines and everything.
It got moved to -490. That helps.
Yeah, because a lot of people are throwing on Murphy for the wild-ass underdog number. Because this is a lot closer fight than the bookies are making it out to be. I mean, that being said, I still think Andrade's going to take this one because she's just a brute in there and loves to swing. But Murphy has the size, and if they start grappling, that's where Andrade will lose the fight. But I'm expecting Andrade to knock her out before it gets a little bit too in the grapple zone.
I want a knockout, but I feel like this is going to end in decision.
I feel that too.
That's what I was going to say. I think if I was going to put this one in a parlay, I would just take the fight to end in a decision. I don't know if he's going to win necessarily, but I would just say fight goes 5 rounds or 3 rounds.
3 rounds, yeah.
The only problem is if Andrade gets her hands on Murphy, that's going to be a knockout.
Hey, I hope it's a KO, man. I'm taking the Brazilian girl again. I'm taking Jessica. Come on now.
But Murphy does have the size to put her at bay and grapple with her to fuck up the night for Andrade. I will say that. But moving on to fight number 3, we have Neil Magny and Gilbert Burns. Burns opening up at a -500 to Magny's +360. This one, I mean, I love Burns. This guy's a beauty. He's an absolute belt contender, championship contender. He's been having a little bad luck recently. I think he gets back in there and takes care of Magny pretty swiftly.
I mean,
And I think Byrne walks out with this one with probably a TKO victory.
I agree that even though he hasn't been getting his wins recently, his last fight was against against Chimaev. Yeah, and that was the best we've seen anyone take to Chimaev at that point. And
you could almost argue that he could have won the decision, but in my opinion, I still think
in my head, that's a win for bro. That's not a loss. So I think that momentum is going to carry over. He's still in Brazil. Yeah, I mean, come on now, the piece is going to fit. That's number 3. So give me Gilbert by knockout.
And to mention that Burns has a chip on his shoulder coming into this fight because Bilal Muhammad got moved up above him in the rankings. Gilbert doesn't understand how that even happens. He thinks he's a better fighter than Bilal Muhammad. He's going to come in here with a mission to put out Magny to secure him a higher rank than Bilal Muhammad and to potentially fight him next. So I'm taking Burns in this one for sure.
This is where we part ways, Luke. I know where you're going.
For the co-main event.
I'm also taking Burns. Let me just get in on that. I'm taking Burns as well.
Beautiful.
Go ahead, Luke.
And then for the co-main, we have Brendan Moreno and Davison Ferguson. Ferguson is opening up
I'll cut the music. This is about to get interesting.
Figueiredo
is opening up as the underdog at plus 105 to Moreno's minus 125. This one is every single time these guys have fought, it's been an absolute war.
It's going to be a good fight because you've seen it 3 times.
It's damn near a coin flip every goddamn time. But honestly, I think Moreno has been rolling as of recent. Took out Kai Kara France with the most beautiful body shot I have ever personally seen.
That one hurt me.
I think he comes in here, and I think Moreno's going to take this one because Figueiredo, during the press conference, was trying to act all intimidating and trying to jump at him, and Moreno was just absolutely unfazed. How do you intimidate a guy after fighting him already 3 fucking times?
You know what I mean? No one.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You can't do it.
No one's intimidated,
and
bro.
this man, Figueiredo already has himself damn near beat in his head before this fight. Moreno's coming in here like it's the 4th time of them fighting. Figueiredo is acting like this for the first time. I think we might see an actual KO in this one.
This was going to be what I was going to say. I was going to say out of all 4 fights, this is going to be the fight that I feel like after it's over, we're going to go, okay, well, I don't think anyone needs to see a rematch. We know who the winner is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It was pretty decisive. I think it's going to be a knockout for a finish. Obviously, I am going to ride Figueiredo in Brazil, part 4. I mean, there's no reason. Every time this has happened, I think there's one time maybe I rode Moreno, but I don't know what it is. It's just when I see these 2 men, I just scream something in me that Figueiredo is going to knock him out. But at the same time, I can see Moreno making him tap. Fuck, this one's tough, man. I'm going to ride Figueiredo, and I'm going to let you ride Moreno.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. That Figueiredo, it always seems like Figueiredo's going to come in with the knockout. But for the last 3 fights, Moreno has been eating all those shots and taking them. He has not been getting knocked out by them leeches. I think we're going to see another war. Obviously, we're probably going to see this go to the late rounds, 4th, maybe 5th, but I think we actually see a finish in this fight, get it definitive. Moreno is already talking about this last dance. He wants to do something special. I'm taking Moreno in this one.
Hell
but
yeah.
then for the main event of the evening, we have Glover Moreno. Yes, Ty. Yes. But for the main event, we have Glover Teixeira going up against Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill is as the favorite at minus 135.
Hill!
He's plus 110. You know, this is going to be another great fight. You know, every time you look at this, Glover Teixeira is like, oh, he's old. He's kind of past his prime. But then he comes in there and just mucks away in the fight. Michigan man, and he loves to knock motherfuckers out. They don't call it Sweet Dreams Hill for nothing. I'm taking Hill by KO in this fight, and he's going to get himself that belt.
I gotta go over participation. I don't want to, but I gotta complete the Pacific way. That's my And I loved him all. And I watched the interview when he said that he's gonna go in there and try to kill him because he loses because of Karen. This is all on the line, but I don't know what it is. Butler, you make no sense. Nobody is expecting your 40-year-old ass champion again. And sometimes in UFC, nothing makes sense, but I love every fucking second of it. It turns into some beautiful fucking wicked masterpiece. I'm gonna take Glover. I'm proud of it. That's my pick.
I got Hill.
Oh yeah. We gotta see the Michigan man get that Michigan dub.
Roar! But honestly, I'm excited for this fucking pay-per-view. This would be a great card.
This card is looking insane. There's a lot of fights that could just flop back and forth. Even on the sports books, if the lines are just absolutely drastic, in my opinion, they are not, because all 5 fights is really fun. Could be really close. Could be a very big one.
100%. Fuck yeah.
That's all we got for the UFC 283 preview. So fucking buckle up. Get ready for tonight. 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's go.
There we go, baby. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Make sure you buy it on ESPN Plus. We're not sponsored. That's where you gotta fucking buy it at. For those of you who need to know what you need to do, I'm going to tell you real quick. You're going to go to the App Store. You're going to type in SHARPZ. You're going to find the Sharp Sports Betting app. You're going to download that. Download by the side said it doesn't hurt. When you go over to the Sharp Betting app, you're going to do all of your plays for the Divisional weekend or UFC tonight. Make them on the Sharp app. What's stopping you? And you can bet whatever you want on the Sharp app because it's a lot of fun. If you want to see more of Ride the Tide on Twitter or Instagram at Ride the Tide 586. If you want to see us on Twitch or YouTube at Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. If you want to see Sad Coverage merch or other podcasts, head over to sadcoverage.com. The next time that we will be talking to all of these people will be next Wednesday. Have a fantastic weekend.